Hi everyone, my name's Tim Graham. You may have already received an update recently that I've joined the hotspotting team. I thought I might just share a few of the updates that we're working on here in the background. So in the coming months you will see a brand new website. This is going to include a whole new members area as well. We're adding a lot more resources to that members area, things like mortgage calculators, stamp duty calculators, some budgeting tools and some other exciting things that will help you identify when you're buying and selling what sort of costs you will encounter along the way. So look out for that. In addition to that, this month I've also started offering one-on-one strategy sessions. You'll see a landing page in the link at the bottom of this email and below in the comments on YouTube. Some of the things that can entail are portfolio reviews, builder analysis, property education, and also some B2B programs as well for business coaching and sales training. If you're interested in a portfolio review, the reason we're offering that, the ATO figures recently released show that there's 2.2 million taxpayers in Australia that are known as property investors, but unbelievably only 1.75 million of those never make it past the first step. So they only own one investment property, and less than 10% of those 2.2 million own 3, 4 or 5 investment properties. You might ask yourself, why is that? I'm a big believer that that's a lack of planning. Growing a portfolio is like riding a bike. You need to start out in first gear, and as you build, if you're buying the right ones, you can move much faster and a lot smoother. So getting that first one right is incredibly important. Now, you might already have some existing investment properties. You're looking for a portfolio review. You might have found that your property portfolio is stalled. You might have a couple that are not performing. So this would be an opportunity for us to sit down and really explore how can we get that property portfolio moving again. Are there any of these properties that you have in your portfolio that aren't performing? We might need to look at some strategies to move them on. So that'll include full valuations and current market analysis on all of the areas that you're that you currently own investment properties or looking to buy in. The next thing we can also offer is a builder analysis. Now, I've assisted in over 300 new build homes in my career to date. I'd love to share some of the insights that I've had if you're considering building a new home in 2023 or beyond. Obviously, the current climate for builders has been incredibly challenging over the last couple of years, but there are some really good due diligence items that you can look at before putting pen to paper. I'll show you a quick example of some of the things we can do before you buy, and that is looking at due diligence reports and delinquency reports on builders. So essentially what we do is we do a full credit report. This is actually a trade payment program, so we can look at the how often where the builder is applying for credit. We can see any of the trades that they're actually supplying to or buying from, what their payment terms have been like. Have they been paying on time? Have they had any defaults against their name? These are all really important things that you would love to know before you go and sign a contract with a new builder. This doesn't only look at the actual building entity that you're signing a contract with, but also the director of that business. Do they own any other businesses that could be in trouble as well? So there's a lot of different due diligence checks that you could do on a builder, and obviously when you sign a building contract, it's always in the builder's favour. So there's some little tips and tricks and things to look out for that I can help you with. A lot of people don't realise that a conveyancer really specialises in the change of ownership of land between vendors. They don't always look at a building contract where you might think they do. So that's not their specialty. As I mentioned, I've done well over 300 house builds in my time. Be more than happy to look over any existing contracts that you're looking at. There's also an opportunity here, if you have found yourself in an uncomfortable position where a builder has gone broke, you don't know what to do next, or if you're at risk that you think that the builder is starting to show signs that could be going into liquidation, there are some things that we can do and make sure that we're prepared in the event that, sadly that could happen. So please feel free to reach out if you're looking for a builder analysis. The other option that we could look at is property investment education. If you've got plans to build a portfolio, it's important to understand that not all properties are created equal. What's right for one investor might not be suitable for the next investor. You really need a tailored plan that suits your budget, your goals, and your circumstances. Since 2011, I've helped hundreds of investors plan out property portfolios, and I'm proud to say the large number of my clients are in that top 10% of Australians that own 3, 4 or 5 properties or even more. So I'd love to be able to sit down and help you plan out your strategy as well. This doesn't mean that I help you actually buy it. This is me helping you plan out what's suitable for you. We obviously have a great panel of partners that we can refer you on to in the event that you did need buyers advocates or anything, any sort of assistance in the buying process. This property portfolio and property investment education is really about a strategy on what you could be looking for. Now, last but not least, obviously throughout my career, I've been lucky enough to manage some really high-performing sales teams all over the world, both in B2B and in B2C. So I believe that most salespeople that are good performers, they're probably good performers because they're great at connecting with people and building trust. People buy from people they like, but there's a really big difference between a salesperson and a sales professional. Now, I believe the difference between a salesperson and a sales professional is a formal sales training, and sales is a science. So if you're a business owner that's looking to get more out of your sales team, I'd love to have a chat and talk to you about ways that we can level them up. So if any of this sounds like it could be of interest, if you're looking for a portfolio review, if you're looking at a builder analysis, some property investment education, or some business and sales coaching, I'd love to hear from you. Please find a link below it which will take you to a landing page where you can learn more, and I look forward to chatting with you soon. Thanks so much.